Welcome to Haynes and Carolyn Hill Stadium here at Lynn Cottrell Park in historic Dahlonega, Georgia. I'm Cooper Wow, here with you for doubleheader action featuring the North Georgia Nighthawks and your Buccaneers visiting from Berry College. Sophie Mooney is in the circle today. Behind the plate is going to be Georgia Blair. First baseman is Olivia Sinkfield. Second base is Hannah Forehand. Shortstop is Maddie Perry. Third base, Gracie Mixon. And left field behind them is Jolie Lester. Center field is Sydney Blair. And right field is Mariah Wicker. Up to bat first for the Bucks is Taylor Thompson. Count is 1-2. Diving stop there from Sinkfield. But she can't get the toss to Forehand in time, so that'll be a base hit. One and 0 for Harper Bunn. Thompson steals, or attempts to steal second. Is unsuccessful. A good throw down there from Georgia Blair. And the Nighthawks will record out number 1. Soft hit there, foul. So the count is 1-2 for Harper Bunn. That pitch just outside, so it'll be 2-2. Georgia Blair gets that one. Throw to first is in time. That'll be out number 2 for the Nighthawks. And now Cassandra Lee will step into the lefty batter box for the Buccaneers. Slapped right back to Mooney, and that'll be out number 3. Nighthawks are up to bat. When we return, you're watching softball on the Nighthawks Sports Network.
She has her whole life in front of her and already has a world-class heart team behind her. And so does every generation of her family, thanks to Georgia Heart Institute. Every day, our cardiologists, heart surgeons, and vascular surgeons bring breakthroughs that save and improve lives for generations. So whether you need heart care today or in 2073, we'll be here with the very best for your heart. Georgia Heart Institute.
Meet Harper. Harper was born to care and always had your back. Like the time she spotted a friend's rogue retainer, a threat of a permanent overbite, and made the save just in time.
I got you. Thanks.
Today, Harper still has your back as a teammate at Truist, the bank with Truist One checking.
I got you. Thanks.
With no overdraft fees, a negative balance buffer, and automatic upgrades, it's the checking account that has your back.
Back here with you is Jolie Lester. Gets set to lead off for the Nighthawks. She's batting .403 on the season. In 67 at-bats, she has 27 hits. She'll watch that one go by strike one. Pitching for the Buccaneers is number 5, Haley Angelico. Swung on there, hit to the pitcher, but Angelico couldn't field it cleanly. It gets to the shortstop, and because of that, Jolie Lester will have her first hit of the afternoon. And now Maddie Perry will step up to the plate. She's batting .500 on the season in 46 at-bats. She has 23 hits, has scored 22 runs. One and one for Maddie Perry. That one slapped a short. So Jolie Lester won't be able to get to second in time, but Maddie Perry will still be safe at first. No throw made. And now Sophie Mooney will come in and see what she can do. She's batting .415 on the season in 65 at-bats, 27 hits. Maddie Perry takes second base there. Makes Sophie Mooney's job a little bit easier. Nighthawks trying to get on the board early today. That pitch in for a strike. Slight breeze heading from the press box out towards center field right now. Could help put a little bit of distance on any high hit balls. It's mostly sunny here in Dahlonega, 70 degrees, high of 72. Low of 44. A 1-1 count for Sophie Mooney. Hannah forehand awaiting on deck. A blooper over the shortstop there is going to be a single and an RBI for Sophie Mooney, and the Nighthawks open the scoring column for today. Now we'll see what Hannah Forehand can do. She had a home run on Saturday in Game 1 of the doubleheader against the USC Aiken Pacers. She's forehand is batting .349 on the season and has 5 home runs. Swing and a miss there, so she'll be down 1-2. 1 out for the Nighthawks. Mooney steals and is safe at second. Again, a little bit easier for the batter. This time, Hannah Forehand. 2-2 for Forehand. Angelico gets the signal. That one's slapped just past Coach Davenport on the left side. Another ball fouled towards the Buccaneer dugout. This one grounded to short. Hannah Forehand just barely unable to beat the tag, so she'll advance Mooney to third. And there will be 2 outs and a runner on for number 44, Olivia Sinkfield. Olivia Sinkfield is batting .321. She has 18 hits so far this season and 11 RBIs. She'll start off 1-0. No contact on the swing there, so it'll be 1-1 for Sinkfield. Called strike there by the home plate umpires. It'll be 1-2 now. Nighthawks looking to bring in at least one more before the end of the inning for that third out. Swung on and missed there. So, unable to bring in Sophie Mooney from third. But the Nighthawks score 1. So the Buccaneers will have some catching up to do when we get back. You're watching softball on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
How do you create something that's different than everyone else? You do it differently than everyone else. Here at Copeland Creative, we specialize in telling captivating stories of wild people, wild things, and wild places. We don't just capture the story, we immerse ourselves in it. We are a diverse, multi-talented media house based in North Georgia, and if you have a story that needs told, we want to help you tell it.
Greatness. Greatness is defined as striving to succeed. It is giving everything you have to achieve your goals. It's not defined by the numbers of games you lose, the numbers of shots you miss, but it's the risk in failing that will define your greatness. You earn it by showing up early, by pushing yourself every day, by working harder than everyone else. And when you've reached that point of giving up, you don't. Most people are good, others are great. Find your greatness.
Back here with you. It's going to be number 24, Riley Lord, up to bat for the Buccaneers. First pitch there low for ball one. Two and 0 now for Lord. That one gets by Georgia Blair, and that'll be 3 and 0. That pitch in for strike one. Sophie Mooney working her way back into this one. And Lord will reach via walk. So now the designated player for the Buccaneers, Haley Pasma, will step in. Georgia Blair throws first after that pitch to try and hold Lord. Get her off the bag. And Sophie Mooney gets Haley Pasma there on 3 pitches. Solid response there after the walk. One and 0 for Sophie Camoro. That one out of the reach of Mixon. Sinkfield unable to hold on to the throw So both runners are safe, and Lord is able to advance to third on the error. Strike one there. One out and runners on the corners. Barry is currently 14-8. Nighthawks 20-1 currently. And that one was bunted foul. Off of the batter. So it'll be 0-2. Oh and 2. A great play there from Hannah forehand to cut off the throw to second and throw immediately to Mixon at third. So they'll get Lord off the bases, and that removes a runner from scoring position. So now 2 outs, a 1-2 count for Brooklyn Rushton. And this one's popped up and deep in the infield. Maddie Perry has that one glide over to her pretty easily for out number 3. We'll be right back with you. The Nighthawks will be up to bat. You're watching softball on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
Bryan Properties is a commercial real estate brokerage firm serving Northeast Georgia. Located in nearby Cumming, Georgia, Bryan Properties specializes in commercial real estate along the Georgia 400 corridor. For more information on Bryan Properties, visit bryanproperties.net. The UNG bookstore is operated by Barnes & Noble and is located in the Chastity Building beside Starbucks in downtown Dahlonega. Fans and students can visit in person or online at ung.bncollege.com for all your Nighthawk apparel and textbook needs for the upcoming season.
Sydney Blair is stepping in to the batter's box to lead off the second inning for the Nighthawks. Nighthawks lead 1-0. Looking to cushion that lead a little bit here. And that one bounces in the turf before it gets to the plate. One's chopped to third. Third baseman was playing way up right there. and fielded it very quickly. So that'll be out number 1 for the Nighthawks. And Mariah Wicker is going to step up to the plate. Mariah Wicker has a .354 batting average so far this season. 17 hits and 48 at-bats. That'll be out number 2. Popped shallow foul, very shallow, but third baseman playing up again, able to make the catch. And Georgia Blair will step in with 2 outs and no runners on. And she'll watch strike 1. Hit off the end of the bat there. It'll go back to the pitcher and be a quick out number 3. So the Nighthawks don't get anything going there, and they'll go ahead and take the field again. We'll be right back with you. So the Nighthawks get set to get 3 quick outs of their own. You're watching softball on the Nighthawks Sports Network. Back with you here, it's Becca Mellor at bat for the Buccaneers. She'll take a 1-0 count. .20 now. One slap to Sophie, and she makes it look way too easy for out number 1. This will be number 7, Max Stone Fulmore. Playing shortstop today for the Buccaneers. That ball fouled, so count will be 1-1. Just 1 out. Well hit ball to second there, but Hannah forehand is up to the task. That'll be out number 2. Now back to the top of the lineup for the Buccaneers. It'll be Taylor Thompson. Like the Barry head coach disagrees with call there. Taylor Thompson thought she was hit. Umpire, I guess, said that it was fouled off the bat. So, believe that'll make the count 0-1. Or we'll keep talking about it. Barry head coach took a vacation over to the Nighthawk dugout. So they'll put up 1-0 on the scoreboard. So they'll count that pitch a moment ago as a ball. And Sophie Mooney will get it right back, 1-1. Two and one for Thompson. Three and one now. Full count now. That one was fouled. Had it been fair, Nixon would have had the gather and throw in time for out number 3. So luckily for Thompson, she'll get another crack at it. This one's popped into left. Jolie Lester will have that one relatively easily. So that'll be the end of the top half for the Buccaneers. We'll take a break and be right back with you while the Nighthawks get prepared to cushion their lead a little bit.
United Logistics is a veteran-owned and relationship-driven company with a goal of being an integral part of the community, providing safe transportation and shipping solutions, and being recognized as one of the leading providers of transportation nationwide. Visit unitedlogistics.net for more information. Walton & Company Realty is dedicated to serving you with all of your real estate needs. Their team of professionals will help you with everything from transaction coordination, marketing, and representing you as a buyer or seller, and has a goal of making your transaction run as smoothly as possible. For more information, visit waldenco.com.
Back with you here for Gracie Mixon's first at bat of the day. She's batting .342 on the season in 38 at bats. She'll watch strike one. Foul there, so it'll be 0-2. That pitch drifts off outside. This will be 1-2 now for Gracie Mixon. Angelico sets and delivers. They're going to say Mixon went. Probably shouldn't have. And the drop third strike throw will be in time. So now we'll head back to the top of the lineup. Jolie Lester looking for her second hit of the day. Chop to second. Scoop and throw is in time. And very quickly, Maddie Perry will be back up. Perry was out in her first at bat on a fielder's choice. She can get a hit here. Sophie Mooney will come up. Two and 0 for Maddie Perry. That one's lined to short. It'll be out number 3. Take a break and be right back with you. The Buccaneers will be up to bat. You're watching softball on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
Here in Dahlonega, we treasure our history.
We treasure our waterfalls.
We treasure our wine.
But most of all, we treasure our guests.
We are a family.
We treasure our community.
And we're an experience for you to discover.
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 The heart of the Georgia mountains.
The heart of the Georgia mountains.
Discover the heart of the Georgia mountains.
The mountains are open.
Harper Bunn up to bat for the Buccaneers. Sophie Mooney been putting in some good work inside the circle so far today. Only allowed 1 hit thus far. She'll throw that one a little outside. So we 1-1. Swung on and missed there, and the drop third throw is going to be in time. So now Cassandra Lee will step in. The 1-0 for Lee. Later this week, softball, well, tomorrow, softball has a doubleheader against Christian Brothers. Starting at 4 and 6 p.m. We'll have that for you here on the Nighthawk Sports Network. And this weekend, softball squad has a series at Augusta, a doubleheader on Saturday and 1 game on Sunday. Three and 1 for Lee. Baseball is back to 500 on the season at 8-8 after a 2-1 series win in Augusta. Lost the first game 14-7, but came back and won the second game 9-0, and the third game they won 8-5. Lee will get walked here, and that'll bring up Riley Lord. Baseball also has a lot of action this week. Tomorrow they play Southern Wesleyan. On Wednesday, they'll play Catawba. And this weekend, they'll have a home series against Columbus State. That Southern Wesleyan game tomorrow is set for 4 p.m. Strike one there for Lord. One fouled straight back, so the count will stay at 1-2. Strike 3 there. Lord never even knew that that was dropped. Made no effort to run to first. But the runner on first will advance to second. There'll be 2 outs for Haley Pasma. A big swing and a miss there. It's strike 1. Errant pitch there from Sophie Mooney, and Cassandra Lee will advance from second to third. As long as Pasma can get this one in play, Buccaneers will likely tie this one up. Buccaneers would hate to strand one here. That pitch inside, 2-1. And that one's going to hit her. So now there'll be runners on the corners. And Sophia Camaro will get set to hit. But first, a pinch runner for the Buccaneers. It's number 18. That is Angel Villanueva. Infield comes in to talk about this one real quick. Assistant coach Aaliyah White just wanted to make sure everybody's on the same page there. No need to worry about the runner at third if there's a ground ball hit. Coaches making sure they're on the same page about the substitution with the umpires. I think both sides are all good now, so Georgia Blair will take a seat behind home plate, and Camaro will step back in. And she'll watch strike 1. That one fouled off, so very quickly Camaro is down 0-2. And a swing and a miss there. Be out number 3. take a short break and be right back with you. The Nighthawks lead 1-0 here on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
Moore's Lumber and Hardware has proudly served the homeowners and pro contractors of North Georgia since 1946. Located in Dahlonega, our covered drive-through lumber yard provides customers with both quality products and services. Rains Grading, a licensed excavating contractor located in Lumpkin County, provides both commercial and residential grading, hauling, and paving to the North Georgia area.
Back up for the Nighthawks is Sophie Mooney to lead off the inning. She had a base hit and an RBI in the first. Put in 4 good innings of work in the circle so far. She's up 1-0. Two 2-0. That one fouled off, so it'll be 2-1. Last night for Division II basketball, both men's and women's was Selection Sunday. And both men's and women's Nighthawks squads received bids to the tournament. Congratulations to them. Women's basketball will be playing Wingate in the first round. That'll be, that regional, I believe, is being held at Catawba College in North Carolina. And the men's team received a bid. They'll be playing UNC Pembroke in Augusta, I believe. Both teams entering the tournament as 7 seeds. Sophie Mooney unable to outrun the throw there. Be out number 1, and Hannah forehand. Get ready to try and get on base for the Nighthawks. Very strong defensive outing from both sides so far. Not a whole lot of explosiveness offensively from either side either. So far, that is. 1-0 for Hannah forehand. Inside there, 2-0. Three 3-0 now for forehand. And she'll reach first on a 4-pitch walk. So with one out, Olivia Sinkfield has a runner to work with. Struck out in her first at bat. She'll be looking for a different result here. Grounded to the pitcher there. Sinkfield will be out at first, but she'll advance forehand to second. And now Sydney Blair has forehand in scoring position, so she can get this one into the outfield. If it drops, she'll likely get an RBI. So far today, though, a hit into the outfield has been a tall task. Oh and 1 for Blair. One and 1. That one hit well to short. Throw just in time. Beat Blair by about a half a step there, and it'll be out number 3. So the Nighthawks aren't able to score the runner. We'll take a moment, be right back with you. The Buccaneers will be up to bat. You're watching the Nighthawks Sports Network.
She has her whole life in front of her and already has a world-class heart team behind her. And so does every generation of her family, thanks to Georgia Heart Institute. Every day, our cardiologists, heart surgeons, and vascular surgeons bring breakthroughs that save and improve lives for generations. So whether you need heart care today or in 2073, we'll be here with the very best for your heart. Georgia Heart Institute.
Meet Harper. Harper was born to care and always had your back. Like the time she spotted a friend's rogue retainer, a threat of a permanent overbite, and made the save just in time.
I got you. Thanks.
Today, Harper still has your back as a teammate at Truist, the bank with Truist One checking.
I got you. Thanks.
With no overdraft fees, a negative balance buffer, and automatic upgrades, it's the checking account that has your back.
Back with you here. That's Brooklyn Rushton up at the plate, swinging and missing at strike 1. That pitch high, 1-1. One and 2. Sophie Mooney came into today with a 1.26 ERA on 28 2/3 innings pitched. A line shot there to Mixon, and unfazed is she. Out number one there. This will be 1-0 for number 9, Becca Malore. Two and 0 from Malore. Strikeout there. And, excuse me, a walk there. And Coach Davenport's going to pull the plug on Sophie Mooney and bring in Delaney Heberlin, it looks like. Yes, it'll be Delaney Heberlin. We'll take a quick break and be right back with you as Heberlin warms up. You're watching softball on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
How do you create something that's different than everyone else? You do it differently than everyone else. Here at Copeland Creative, we specialize in telling captivating stories of wild people, wild things, and wild places. We don't just capture the story, we immerse ourselves in it. We are a diverse, multi-talented media house based in North Georgia, and if you have a story that needs told, we want to help you tell it.
Greatness. Greatness is defined as striving to succeed. It is giving everything you have to achieve your goals. It's not defined by the numbers of games you lose, the numbers of shots you miss, but it's the risk in failing that will define your greatness. You earn it by showing up early, by pushing yourself every day, by working harder than everyone else. And when you've reached that point of giving up,
Back with you here, it's Max Stone-Fallmore. One out for Heberlin. One and one for Stone-Fallmore. More time specifics for men's and women's basketball. As I said, women's basketball plays Friday, March 10th. It's this Friday at 2:30. That'll be in Salisbury, North Carolina at Catawba College. And men's basketball will play the day after. That'll be Saturday the 11th, also at 2:30, and that'll be in Augusta. So should be two really good games. We'll hope to see them get the win, as Max Stone-Fulmer lines out to Delaney Heberlin, and she almost gets the throw to second in time for a double play, but not quite. Taylor Thompson back at the top of the lineup. Strike one. This one popped into right. Mariah Wicker will barely have to move at all, so that'll be out number 3. That'll take us to the bottom of the 5th. We'll be right back with you. You're watching softball on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
Bryan Properties is a commercial real estate brokerage firm serving Northeast Georgia. Located in nearby Cumming, Georgia, Bryan Properties specializes in commercial real estate along the Georgia 400 corridor. For more information on Bryan Properties, visit bryanproperties.net. The UNG bookstore is operated by Barnes & Noble and is located in the Chastity Building beside Starbucks in downtown Dahlonega. Fans and students can visit in person or online at ung.bncollege.com for all your Nighthawk apparel and textbook needs for the upcoming season.
Back with you here. Leading off the bottom of the 5th for the Nighthawks is going to be Mariah Wicker. Nighthawks still up 1-0. They scored in the bottom of the 1st, and since then it's been radio silence from both teams. Haley Angelico still on the mound for the Buccaneers. It's pretty impressive to be able to hold the Nighthawks to just 1 run through 5 innings. One and one. Mariah Wicker flew out in the 2nd. And this will be a ground out to 2nd, unfortunately. So now Georgia Blair will step up. She grounded out in the 2nd. And she'll be looking to try and get something going for the Nighthawks. Instead, Coach Davenport's going to go to the lineup card and bring in Marisol Brumby. And she'll watch ball 1. Brumby is batting .350 in her 20 at-bats so far this season. She'll watch that pitch, 1-1. Two and one for Brumby. Excuse me, that's 3-1. And she'll walk to first. So Gracie Mixon will come up to bat, and Georgia Blair is going to come back in as a base runner as Brumby's watch and pitches go by is done for now. Blair steals. She's going to get in safely. Mixon swung at that pitch, though, so she'll be down 0-2. Only an out in the inning, so anything into the outfield will likely advance Blair to third. And then it'll be Jolie Lester, one of two Nighthawks currently with a base hit. One's hit softly to second. Another scoop and throw. Blair's trapped on the base path. She'll be safe at third. So, Mixon's hit there, not in vain. Sacrifice to advance Georgia Blair to third, and Jolie Lester's got an opportunity to double the Nighthawk lead. She'll watch that one over at her head. That pitch came in at just about eye level. A line shot there to second, and she's able to catch it before it gets down, so out number 3 for the Nighthawks, and they'll strand another runner. We'll take a break and be right back with you. You're watching softball on the Nighthawk Sports Network. Back with you here. It's Delaney Heberlin in the circle. Harper Bunn looking for a hit. One and one the count now. That one fouled straight back. It'll be 1-2. Two and two for number 22. Full count now. Head coach of the Buccaneers tried to make a play on that foul ball, but could not. This one fouled just over the Buccaneer dugout. I believe that might have bounced over the wall into the bullpen. So the count stays full. Ball four there. Now number 11, Cassandra Lee, will step up. She walked in her last at bat. One and one for Cassandra Lee. I get the out at second, but the toss makes it too difficult of an ask to get the double play, so that'll go down as a fielder's choice. And Riley Lord will step up. Two and 0. There's a line shot into left center. And it's going to score a run, tie this game up. It's the first extra base hit of the day for either team. Results in a game-tying RBI. Georgia Blair's going to come in. They're going to bring the infield in. Some of the infield in to talk about this one before Haley Pasma gets set to bat. Two and 0 for Pasma. Struck out and was hit by a pitch today, so. Go ahead run on second. Pop fly into left field is not what the Buccaneers were hoping for. Had that ball been to center or right, the runner on second would likely have been able to advance at least to third. But runner unable to do so with the shorter throw from left field to third base. So now 2 outs for Sophia Camaro, excuse me. This one grounded to short. A routine play there, no distraction, even with the runner maybe impairing the vision there of Maddie Perry, and it'll be out number 3. So the Nighthawks give up 1. So game's all tied up. As we head into the bottom of the 6th, Nighthawks need to answer. You're watching softball on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
United Logistics is a veteran-owned and relationship-driven company with a goal of being an integral part of the community, providing safe transportation and shipping solutions, and being recognized as one of the leading providers of transportation nationwide. Visit unitedlogistics.net for more information. Walton & Company Realty is dedicated to serving you with all of your real estate needs. Their team of professionals will help you with everything from transaction coordination, marketing, and representing you as a buyer or seller, and has a goal of making your transaction run as smoothly as possible. For more information, visit waltonco.com.
Up to bat for the Nighthawks is Maddie Perry. Closed out the inning there for the Nighthawks on a grounder. Slap hit there over out of the pitcher's reach, and seems like potentially could be the start to a really good inning for the Nighthawks. Sophie Mooney, one of now 3 players with a base hit for the Nighthawks. We'll see if she can at least advance Perry into a scoring position. That one gets by the third baseman, and she does just that, getting a runner into scoring position. So no outs for Hannah Forehand, and head coach for the Buccaneers is going to want to talk about this one. Might be pulling the plug on Angelico here. And she will. We'll take a break. The new pitcher coming in. We'll figure out who that is. Have that for you when we get back. You're watching softball on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
Here in Dahlonega, we treasure our history.
We treasure our waterfalls.
We treasure our wine.
But most of all, we treasure our guests.
Back with you here as Hannah Forehand steps in. The new pitcher is number 77, Macy Barnhart for the Buccaneers. Maddie Perry took a somewhat aggressive lead right there after the pitch. She was able to, though, because nobody was covering second. Also, Madison Cosgrove is pinch running for the Nighthawks. Again, no one covering second there, so even though Maddie Perry slipped, she was able to get back to the bag, no problem. It's potentially twice now that Buccaneers infield was not able to capitalize on what may have been a mistake from Maddie Perry. And they don't seem to care at all about Maddie Perry being on second base, because she just took another aggressive lead after the pitch, and neither the second baseman nor the shortstop are hustling over to the bag. So Hannah Forehand has a 3-1 count during all of this. Madison Cosgrove at first, and it'll be a full count for Hannah Forehand. And that one's going to hit her. So after 2 consecutive base hits, Olivia Sinkfield will step in after the hit by pitch, and the bases are loaded. The doomsday situation for the Buccaneers. That pitch outside. Sinkfield swings and misses there. So count will be 1-1. Maddie Perry at third. Madison Cosgrove at second. And Hannah Forehand on first. This one's fouled over the netting. It'll get over the stands and the press box, just barely. So Sinkfield's behind 1-2. Sydney Blair waiting on deck. That one's slapped to second. They'll only be able to get the out at first. So a sack hit there for Sinkfield will give the Nighthawks the lead again. And now Sydney Blair will have 2 runners in scoring position. It's Madison Cosgrove at third and Hannah Forehand at second. Sydney Blair behind 0-1 with Mariah Wicker on deck. And they're starting to liven up here in the bottom of the 6th. 0-2 now for Blair. And she'll watch ball 1 there. Good eye. Good discipline not to swing at that one outside just because you're down. And there's a foul ball. Good job defending the plate there from Sydney Blair. And she won't be able to get anything on that one, so it'll be a strikeout. And now Mariah Wicker have an opportunity to try and score 2 more for the Nighthawks. Anything into the outfield will likely score 2 because Hannah Forehand over at second is quick enough to get around. 0-1 though for Mariah Wicker. This will be fouled off behind the press box. 0-2. The 0-2. High and outside, 1-2. Outside there, 2-2. Good job from Mariah Wicker here to stay disciplined. Georgia Blair waiting on deck, so this one's popped up. It's going to get into shallow, very shallow right. It'll be out number 3, though. So Nighthawks will only score 1, but that's enough to give them the lead back. We'll take a break and be right back with you for the 7th inning. It's a close game here. Don't go anywhere. You're watching the Nighthawk Sports Network.
Moore's Lumber and Hardware has proudly served the homeowners and pro contractors of North Georgia since 1946. Located in Dahlonega, our covered drive-through lumber yard provides customers with both quality products and services. Rains Grading, a licensed excavating contractor located in Lumpkin County, provides both commercial and residential grading, hauling, and paving to the North Georgia area.
Back here for the top of the 7th, Nighthawks looking to protect a narrow 2-1 lead. Nighthawks scored in the first inning, led most of the game 1-0 until the 6th inning, where Riley Lord had an extra base hit and an RBI. It was Harper Bunn who was able to get across home plate for Barry's first run, and then the Nighthawks loaded the bases, starting with 2 base hits from Maddie Perry and Sophie Mooney. And then Hannah Forehand was hit by a pitch to load the bases, and Olivia Sinkfield was able to score 1 on a sac hit. So that's how we got to where we are now. Maddie Perry on her game right now at shortstop. She gets out number 1 there, and Becca Mellor will be looking to try and get on base for the Buccaneers. Down to their 2 final outs here. She'll watch strike 1. One and one for Mellor. That one gets over Mixon. Lester there to field it quickly, so it'll be a base hit. And now the tying run stands in at first. Go ahead run, and Max Stone Fallmore is at home plate. Heberlin delivers. Inside, ball 1. One and one. Two and one. Two and two. Full count for Stone Fulmore. Inside there, and now there's a runner in scoring position for the Buccaneers. Tying run at first, or tying run at second, excuse me, and the go-ahead run at first. Coach Davenport's going to call the end of the day for Heberlin. Two innings of work for Heberlin. And now we'll take a break while Kristen Davis warms up. Be right back with you. Got a close one here on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
Nighthawk Logistics is a veteran-owned and relationship-driven company with a goal of being an integral part of the community, providing safe transportation and shipping solutions, and being recognized as one of the leading providers of transportation nationwide. Visit unitedlogistics.net for more information.
Davis is done warming up. Runners on first and second. It's the go-ahead run over on first. One out. And it's the top of the order. Taylor Thompson seeing her fourth at bat of the day. A base hit to lead off the game. Was out stealing later in the first inning. And since then has had two flyouts. She's ahead 2-0. Two and one. Davis able to get one back there. 2-2 there. Two good strikes there from Kristen Davis. A grounder in the infield could be the game. Swing and a miss there, strike three. And the Buccaneers are down to their final out. Resting their hopes and prayers in Harper Bunn. Walked in the sixth, was the only Buccaneer to score so far today. After a Riley Lord double. 1-0 for Bunn. Has to get the ball down in play here to force a bottom of the seventh. Strike one there, so it's 1-1 now. Easy out three, and that'll be the end of the game.